Hello, my name's Dori O'Neill, and I am a proud launch leader for Shoppy Shop. Today, I'm going to share with you my philosophy on how to get started the right way and how to create an empowered, powerful, prosperous, loving organization within Shoppy Shop. Now, I teach things a little bit differently than other people do. Some people are just into mechanics, but we believe that empowering people on the basis of love, prosperity, abundance is the most important element. I encourage people to look at the people that they sponsor as being a solemn oath for you to fulfill. And what do I mean by that? Sponsorship, the word sponsorship means that you're there to help them as best you can. And of course, when you're in the beginning, it's kind of like the blind leading the blind. But that's where you draw on resources that are available within the Shoppy Shop family. Resources like Trisha Costa, an outstanding individual, a powerful woman that has brought this entire Shoppy Shop family together and that's leading from the top through positive actions, through example. And then you have other leaders like my sponsor, Brett Gurney, who's been involved and sharing prosperity with families across America and across the world for decades. And so I come into this movie at the grace of Brett Gurney, a friend of mine for a long time, who invited me into Shoppy Shop. And I embrace Shoppy Shop for several reasons. The first reason being fairness. Fairness in terms of the investment that you're required to make to become a Shoppy Shop member. It's only $9.95 a month. And believe me, just as a member, a person gains tremendous benefits in the form of savings, in the form of cash rebates, special auction deals, even better health through ShoppyDoc. But then there's the opportunity for a mere $50 a year to actually move your family into prosperity by sharing this amazing opportunity. So when you share, you can actually earn income. And so if you are a beginner, you're going to be able to earn while you learn. And that's a very, very powerful concept. So I want you to, when you start to, and I'm assuming that everybody that's watching this is going to be a Shoppy Shop affiliate or distributor, I want you to take sponsorship very, very seriously. And if you don't know, realize that there's members, what we call upline from you, that are there to help. And there's many, many names beyond Brett, beyond Trisha, beyond myself that are there to help. But your ultimate goal is to move yourself just like a child moves from infancy into adulthood. Your goal is to move from beginner to mentor. That's what your goal is. So getting started in the right way is incredibly important. So here I am in the back office, and literally I'm going to show you some fundamental elements of getting started that if you do this correctly, you will build an empowered team and you will find yourself putting families into prosperity. And the law of reciprocity states, when you give somebody else something they desire, you shall get everything that you desire. So in other words, when you're a good sponsor and you help people achieve their goals, whether that's $100 a month, whether it's saving a few $100s a year on rebates or on purchases or whatever it is, you end up getting what you desire. So your goal might be different. Your goal might be to earn $500 a month or even more. We're not here to make income claims. We're here to share the principle of prosperity and abundance. So here's the back office. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to ask your sponsor, what is the common leg? And so the common leg is the leg or structure for which your sponsor was brought into by his sponsor. And generally speaking, it'll either be left or right. It's very, very simple. So now, as a new member of Shoppy Shop, you have a task. So you're going to ask the sponsor what the common leg is. You're going to come into organization. You're going to go to preferred placement. See how that is? And there are 3 selections: left, right, and non-specific. You're going to, for the very first person that you're going to enroll into Shoppy Shop, you're going to select the common leg. Now, I'm going to give you my advice. You can listen to other people's advice, and that's fine. But this is the way that I've helped more than 24 families achieve millionaire status or above. So take that for what it is. And by the way, many of them are now part of Shoppy Shop. So you're going to select that common leg, and the person that you're going to bring in, do and select that person with intention. In any type of business, you need to make a commitment to do. There's no such thing as a free ride. There's no such thing as a power leg that's going to achieve and create all this money for you. It doesn't happen unless you do, unless you work, unless you're a good sponsor and you're willing to put forth the effort. So you're going to select a person that you believe from your memory jogger. And what is a memory jogger? It's simply creating a list to paper of people that you know. So you all have a barber, a hairdresser, a cousin, a brother, an aunt, mother, father, etc. You write that down, and then I always write down 100 names, and I select the top 10 that I think that would really embrace something that allows them to save tremendous amounts of money, travel with less expense, enjoy potentially super deals on super auctions, and gain access to a health platform that can help their family prosper from a health perspective. So pick the top 10, and then out of that top 10, pick somebody that's going to go in that common leg. So you're going to put that person in there, and they're just going to duplicate what I'm training you to do right now. You're going to select the leg, make sure you save. So in this case, it's right. You save it, you place them in there, and that is the person that's in the common leg. Now, this structure is called a binary structure. So there's 2 primary legs that you're working with. And so your inside leg is also referred to as your pay leg. So you're going to come back after you place that person in, back in here. Let me go back. Look at that, made a mistake. Organization, preferred placement again. Okay, still going to be right. You're going to select the other leg. And remember, your sponsor tells you what the common leg is. You're going to select the other leg, and you're going to hit save. Okay? Now you go back to your list of people. There should be 9 remaining in the top, and you just start placing those people into the left leg. And the order doesn't matter, because remember, this whole program is about value, sharing, savings, and abundance. Regardless of how much money somebody makes in Shoppy Shop, they're actually ahead of the game through the savings they enjoy with Shoppy Shop. You just simply repeat that process all the way down, and you monitor your left and right volume, and you just look at what that volume is by going to the graphical tree. Now I have to There we go. And you'll see the left and the right side of your organization. And if you find that your inside leg is outperforming the common leg at some point in time, and you don't have to worry about this in the first few weeks that you're in typically, you would then switch that preferred placement back to the original common leg. And remember, you're responsible for building your own organization. Now, in closing, I would like to share with you that if it is to be, it's up to me. And that means it's up to you to do this work. It's up to you to dedicate whatever time you're able to dedicate towards your Shoppy Shop business. It's not the fault of the sponsor, because if that sponsor that brought you in doesn't perform the duties of a sponsor, you need to shine brighter than that person and reach up in your upline to get the help. And I can promise you that between the people I've mentioned, Trisha, Brett, and myself, there will be somebody that will come to your aid and provide you with the help you need. Now, if you look at the mathematics of this structure that I've just showed you, you've placed one in the common leg, and you've placed two initially, let's just use the 3-pack, in your pay leg. When they duplicate, that means the one in the common leg will put two people, one person below and two on the inside. They're basically benefiting everybody above them. In your pay leg, the same thing occurs. And if you take a calculator, and I challenge you to do this fun exercise, just imagine that 3-pack repeating itself 20 times and see what you get. You will be amazed, and you will see prosperity start to flow into your family and the people that you brought in to Shoppy Shop. My name's Dori O'Neill. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you on the success side of Shoppy Shop. Goodbye.